out here at one of my favorite places to go walk, and um, don't know if you can see, there was just a hailstorm, and I mean that's about 2 inches, maybe 3 inches. It's pretty cool though. I don't know if my and sorry if it's kind of shaky, but I don't have a gimbal for my phone yet, so I'm gonna have to work on holding the camera still. But I don't know if you can see it, but there's a fog on the field in different places, and it's really cool. I've always loved fog, and we don't get a lot of it around here, but you might be able to see it. But that's just cool. Brought the umbrella just in case. And it's a little later in the day, and usually I have a light and one of those red blinking lights, because if it gets dark on the trail, people get kind of pissy if you don't have some sort of like a light for them to see you. So lovely out here. So green too. I mean, we have issues with droughts a lot. I mean, not as bad as a lot of other people in the Midwest, but it's a lot greener this start of this summer so far. I'm loving it. Reminds me of why I love living in Colorado. Give it a couple months though. The green will fade to yellow, and they'll be telling us to conserve water. That was my phone saying, "Take cover, there's a storm coming." My guess is that guy right there. So, seeing that, probably not the best idea to be out in the middle of this field. Of course, with lightning, probably not the best idea to be out here on this trail at the moment. So I'll move a little closer to the areas around here, so I'm not the highest point. I mean, obviously I'm not going to have a very good day if it strikes one of these trees anyways. But oh man, something smells weird over here. It's like a plant or something. But look at that. When the trees are wet, and it just looks so amazing. My guess is it's my phone's not capturing how amazing this looks. Especially with my hand doing, And seeing that fog on the field, really hoping you guys can see that. Some more hail. It's I'm probably gonna do this tomorrow, but I'm gonna start doing a daily vlog for this channel, and just makes me think of it because I'm looking at different equipment and different softwares to kind of help give the best content that I can, and it's making me think of that because right now I think we're getting some pretty good video, but I hope to do better because I really want to capture the beauty on some of these walks and kind of show why I go on these walks. Because I mean, even though my non-waterproof shoes are starting to let me know that they are soaked, burr, by the way, I love this. I mean, it's an amazing place to think along places like this, and I think that's why I made the goal to hike a lot of trails in the next few years, because figured out what that smell is. Skunk. No, maybe not. Maybe that's alcohol. What is that? Oh, okay. Smell-o-vision. But I mean, I come out here and I usually I'm not doing it with this live video right now, but sorry, I'm adjusting my earphones. I usually listen to audiobooks and when I come out here for my daily walks, because I mean, it's just so peaceful. It's a good time to learn, Storm's starting to reposition overhead. You can hear it rumbling in the background, hopefully. You can see that must have really came down because there's a channel at the lowest point in that field. So my guess is it flooded a bit. And then you could see where it must have gathered. But I mean, that's one of the interesting things about this. Really hope you guys can hear me. One of the interesting things about this area is that it is literally a pond. There's a stream that goes through it. But what happens is you can see the slopes all around this place, and if you look way in the back, oh yeah, sorry, I thought I heard tornado sirens. If they are, they're far away, so it's designed to fill up with water as flood control for the city of Fort Collins. So everything's sloped so that this area floods first. And the whole park is that way. There's like a ridge that runs all around it. And there's a ridge that goes down here, so this field floods. And this neighborhood that's off to the left here is a little bit higher than this, but there's also a larger ridge that goes around this entire park. that if things get really bad, this whole area floods, and I don't know why they would put that neighborhood right there in that area, but most of their properties are a little bit higher up, so it's going to take a lot to flood all of that and get over this ridge to get to this neighborhood. But if it gets really bad, this neighborhood's designed to it's probably going to be one of the first areas to flood. But I don't think this ever has. I don't know. I know this area there's some signs that you might see in certain places that show high floodwaters. There's like a history of, and there's probably some areas that got pretty damn close. I mean, this neighborhood you can see, I don't know if you can see the topography, but I mean everything slopes about 5-6 feet maybe. And like I said, there's take a lot of water to flood this whole park before it gets to these neighborhoods. Ah, man, look at that. Jeez, it's beautiful. And not just the scary hail. That is one thing I gotta keep an eye on this walk. I mean, I am in a flood zone, and it is looking like up on the hills it's storming pretty bad, so I guess I better be aware of potential flash flood. This is already obviously pretty high up. You see where must have gotten pretty high up earlier too, because you can see all the glass is laid over. So it's been even higher. Probably during that crazy hailstorm, because that dropped, what, 2-3 inches of hail in a matter of minutes. What's interesting, I mean, it's like what? I want to say 7:25. And the sun doesn't go down until 7:50, and it's looking pretty dark. See, that whole area is usually not that full. Just the fog coming up off of that. I think I'll keep you guys with me until I hit this bridge down here. Probably a little bit past it, because it's a pretty nice area down there. So I guess this will be like my first live video on this channel in a while. And first of many. Share my creative confusion, as the name of the channel suggests. Ooh, don't know if you saw that on camera, but nice little lightning strike overhead. But this is, you know, part of my creative confusion, because I come down here when I need to think. Because it helps me clear my head and usually have an audiobook in my ear so I can learn something new and enjoy the scenery, the usually peace and quiet, except on the weekends. This trail gets pretty busy. But I'm actually not going to walk it this much this year. As I'm starting to, ooh yeah, it really came up. It's like got all the grass area in there flooded. I'm planning mini hikes over the next several months to get myself in shape, because I've made the goal next year to hike the Appalachian Trail, and haven't decided if I'm going to make it a through hike or just do one of the some of the sections. That's still in the planning stages. I guess it also, because there's not too much around here that would be comparable, except for the Continental Divide Trail, but that's not local. Oh, look at that, that's cool. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna do some of it at least, and I really like the idea of trying to do a full through hike though, because I love a challenge. And in my current physical condition, that'd be one hell of a challenge. Because I've watched some videos of people who have like never done hiking and stuff like that start to do the through hike, and they talk about how like this is their first time and such, but they're usually not in that bad of I want to say 45, maybe 50 pounds over my goal weight of 180. At least my starting goal weight. Oh goodness. Oh, my shoes weren't wet before. Okay. I'm going to end the video here. There's people on the trail, and I don't want to film them without asking up close and close. Okay.